so today we're talking about decimal fractions. Yesterday we talked about, we went back to metric conversions dealing with the metric system, kilometers, kilograms. There's a lot of different metric systems that we use, kiloliters. But today we're going to talk about more in depth about decimal fractions, and most importantly, their naming and what that means. So we've touched on this a little bit before, but I wanted to talk to you about 3 different ways that we can write numbers, or in this case, write decimal fractions. So the first one of which is the standard form, okay, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. The second one would be the expanded form, okay, and then the third one is called the unit form. And let's see, how do I want to do that? Let's do it in black. Okay, so we have the unit form, and these are 3 different forms that we find in math, and this is, again, it's super crucial to making sure that we understand the pattern. And it's going to help us, it's going to help our brain connect the dots. So if we're able to see this, it's going to really help us that way. So first things first, let's get a number down. So the first one I'm going to give us is 1,000. Okay, so I'm just going to write it down here, and we're going to find both the standard, the expanded, and the uniform. So 1,000th. Okay, so first off, the standard form, and we typically write the standard decimal fraction as what you're thinking of. What is 1,000? How would you write that? So I'm going to let you think about that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do that for us. So how I would write it is 0.001, okay? And we also know that this means 1 over 1,000th, right? That's the fractional representation of it. So the standard form could be either of these. It would be either one would be correct. Now, the expanded form is a little different. The expanded form says, how did you get that? Or, breaking it apart, it expands the number. When we think expansion, so when we write the expanded form using a fraction, it would be 1 times 1 over 1,000 is equal to 1,000th, right? So 1,000th. And this is a connected line. And then the other way that we can write that is 1 times 0.001 is equal to 0.001, right? It's the same thing. Both of these expanded forms work perfectly because it's expanded. We're expanding the number out. We're breaking it down to its most simplest form. Now, when we expand it, this one's really nice because we start it with 1,000. Now, if it was a different number, it would change that. And so I just want you, we'll do another one and I'll kind of show you what I mean by that. But the last thing is the unit form. When we do the unit form, it's really easy. We write the numeral, right? And in this case, the number's 1. And then we write the unit name, which in this case is thousandth. So it looks really similar to the original number. The only thing is we're writing the unit. And you will find something very special about the unit form. There's more than one answer for some, okay? That's all I'm going to say. And then when you come to it, we can talk about it, okay? So let's try this one more time. Let's try it with a different number. So let's do it. Let's get rid of that. And we'll start with, I'm just going to abbreviate this really quick, standard. And then we had expanded. We'll do this here. And then we'll have unit. Okay, and now I'm going to change it, and I'm going to say 3,000th. 3,000ths. Okay, so we have 3 of them now. How did that change our standard form? Well, the standard form is going to look very similar, but with a 3, right? 0.003, which is also equal to 3 over 1,000, right? And then the expanded form is going to be 3 times 1 over 1,000 right? Because now it's the 3 equals 3 over 1,000, right? Or 3 thousandths. Or either one of these will work. 3 times 0.001, because 1 times 3 is 3, will give us that 0.003 that we're looking for, or 3,000th. And so when we go to the last one, we get the unit measurement, or the unit form. We simply take the number. In this case, it is 3. See it there at 3. And then we write the unit name, which is thousandths. And we have a beautiful representation of the unit form, the expanded form, and the standard form. This is really going to help you when it comes to it. I'm going to have a little quiz on this, so keep that in mind. Rewind if you need to, pause it if you need to. Try your own number if you want to try a couple of different ones. What if I gave you 1/100th and 2 thousandths, right? Or what if I give you this number and I had you write it, okay? So think about this, right? Think about that, and maybe try that one. You can try, let me give you a couple more. What if I had you do 0.21, okay? And we tried those two. See what you come up with. See if it's anything different, and see if it changes based on where those zeros are. So look for some patterns. Remember, we're always looking for patterns. Patterns are super important in math. So keep that in mind, and have a great day.